Thank you for listening in on this conference call between me, Jason Porter, President of Sales of Somae Health, and Dr. Christopher Nagy from Salisbury, North Carolina. He is an orthopedic surgeon and practices with 3 other doctors and has found great success in recommending his patients participate in the Somae Health Plan. Enjoy.
Dr. Nagy, I appreciate you coming on this call, and I'd like to simply start by asking you, how do you see the Somae Plan helping you in relation to the oath that you've sworn, which is to first do no harm?
Well, I think my experience with the Somae Plan, I think it's very well run and professionally done, and it's more than just a shot weight loss program. The counseling involved, the nutritional support involved, and just all the support the patients receive, I think is very well done. I don't know that I would feel comfortable doing a weight loss plan such as this without the backup support that Somae provides for me. I was going to say, as far as the harm, I know there's a lot of controversies out there about utilizing HCG for weight loss, and you should just diet and exercise. But unfortunately, a lot of people get to the point where exercise is not much of an option because of the size that they are, and in a way to kickstart that weight loss program, I think the Somae diet plan's I think that's a good way to do it because it's motivating. The more weight you lose, the more empowered you feel, and the more you want to continue to lose weight. And you see results, whereas somebody who's just dieting and exercising, those nebulous terms that most people really don't know exactly what to do with, sometimes never even get started, and even though they're trying, they won't lose any weight. So I think with the Somae Plan, at least the way it's structured, you're going to lose weight, and you're going to see some success with what you're doing versus just trying to do it with diet and exercise, as we're all told.
Well, I appreciate that. And you've had quite a few patients come through the program. Some of them actually pretty large people to begin with. And how have your patients reported to you feeling when on the restricted calorie portion, the 500 to 1,000 calorie portion of the diet with the HCG? Have they spoken to you about that?
No, well, really, because anybody you speak to prior to engaging in the diet, you mentioned 500 or 600 calories, and they're shocked knowing that there's no way they can do that. There's no possible way that could be done. But the people I've seen who actually do the diet and with the utilization of the HCG, I don't really have anybody complaining about, I'm hungry, I'm starving, I can't stand this. Certainly some of the complaints I have have been concerning kind of the monotony of having the same type of things on the diet.
Sure.
But overwhelming hunger and hunger pain has really not been a complaint that I've heard.
Okay, I appreciate that. And have you noticed much lean body mass reduction? Or do you think part of the weight that's being lost is much in the way of muscle?
Well, I don't believe it is. I haven't measured that. It would really take a DEXA scan to accurately measure that. But from what I've read and learned about HCG, and what I tell people is it often helps sacrifice the fat rather than the muscle. You can lose that much weight on a 500 or 600 calorie diet, but not only are you wasting the fat, you're also wasting your muscle, which you need metabolically to help burn calories. So I think the HCG is protective of muscle loss.
Yeah, there's a direct lipolytic effect is one of the proposed mechanisms of action. So that makes sense. How do you discuss weight loss with your patients? If you kind of flow us through how that conversation comes into play.
Well, typically, I'm an orthopedic surgeon, so I'm not routinely discussing weight loss with my patients, although I should, because with the national epidemic of obesity, that directly impacts me as an orthopedic surgeon. More weight people carry around, the more they have joint issues, back pain. I mean, obesity is intertwined with so many diseases and medical problems that typically I hadn't really frequently confronted people with that issue because most people know they're overweight, and And as a physician or as a doctor, or especially in orthopedics, you just assume that they're primary care physician working in that regard, but they're not. I mean, they're often overrun, and beyond saying diet and exercise, most of them don't have time to actually sit down and counsel and teach a patient what they need to learn. So the way I've incorporated this into my practice, I'm not a hard sell person at all. I just have some brochures sitting in the office rooms, and while the patients are waiting to see me, it gives them something to read over, and those that are interested will pick those brochures up, and they'll inquire, and I'm happy to talk to them either in the office or call them after office hours to explain what the program entails, and typically go from there. Now, the thing I'll be further interested in seeing is with the patients I have on this program that have had such dramatic success, that in itself will encourage people, I think, to further participate in the program.
Yeah, it really will. And you talk about some of your patients' dramatic success, and I'm aware of several of your patients who've lost just phenomenal weight. Could you just expound on some of the success stories that you've been seeing?
Well, sure. I mean, part of my reason for getting, I guess, involved in this program was probably a little selfish on my part, because I have a partner who was a great guy, love him to death. I mean, truly a great partner. Who was overweight. He's 6'5", 290 pounds, and without directly saying, "Hey, you need to lose weight or something bad's going to happen to you," I found the Somae program, and I thought, well, we could incorporate this into our practice. And I knew he would be interested in this just because he's tired, run down. Well, he started in January, and he's now lost 52 pounds on the program. And he's not been perfect the whole time through the program, but 52 pounds. And that's amazing to me. His wife has lost 29, and they're 8 weeks into the program at present. So it's dramatic. I mean, what I typically will tell people is this program will work. It takes a commitment. You have to do as you're told, but it will work. If you want to be a different person 3 months from now, it's going to work. Now, if you cheat, you don't do what you're supposed to do, you probably won't have as much success. You'll have some, but not what you were hoping for.
Well, you're exactly right, and I couldn't have said it better. This is certainly our program is not a program that is it is not easy. It takes lifestyle change, and in fact, that's what we're after. Well, Dr. Nagy, you have been absolutely fantastic on the call. We appreciate you very much as a physician, and for those listening into this call, I'll say it to Dr. Nagy and mean it to all of you, and that is that you, Dr. Nagy and the rest of you are our primary customer, and our job is to make sure that we do a good job for you. If we make you look great in the eyes of your patients, we'll all succeed.
We appreciate Dr. Nagy taking this call and want to remind you all to look forward to upcoming recorded peer-to-peer conference calls. We wish you the very best of outcomes for your patients as well as practice success.